Over the last month or so in the New Braunfels area, we only saw about 25 homes listed. This could be a number of reasons. We had holidays and whatnot, but it is significantly less than previous years. And there's a couple reasons that I think that may be happening. One, of course, is that sellers are not getting the dollar amount that they used to for the homes. A couple years ago, when we were kind of at the peak of the market, the prices have dropped quite a bit from that number, so that is deterring people. If you look at it in terms of, and you try to relate it to, let's say, stock investing, in stock investing, if you were trying to get back to a prior peak, that would be bad advice. You don't know if that stock ever is going to go back to that peak. The company could continue to tumble. You could continue to lose money. And so that's just not a good strategy. Now, in real estate, we do know that it's going to come back eventually. It's just a matter of time. And it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, it could be 15, it could be one. You don't really know. And so that's kind of the gamble. So the best way really to look at it is, do you have equity in your home? And if the answer is yes, then you could sell your home and still consider that a very good investment. You made money on it, right? The second part of this, and I'm going to assume for the purpose of this conversation that if you're going to sell a home, you're also going to have to buy one on the back end because you got to have a place to live, right? And that leads us to rates. And that is the second biggest deterrent right now for people selling a home, that they have to buy something on the back end and they don't like the rate. Yes, the rates have been better. But should that deter you? No. The lower prices kind of offset that a little bit. But let's say, for instance, the middle to kind of upper middle section in New Braunfels, the prices have come down about $50,000 from what we saw at the peak. And so that means you're going to pay 200 to 250 a month more in interest. There's a little bit of offset in the principal because you're paying less for the home, but let's just say it's about 250 a month, okay? So that means that it's about, let's say, 2,400 a year, 2,500 a year. That makes it about 10 years for you to pay $25,000 more in interest, and 20 years to pay $50,000 more in interest. So by that math, you can see, and by the way, I'm just kind of throwing out some numbers ish. Everyone's rate is different. Everyone's loan is different. So, I mean, don't quote me, but roughly speaking, it could take 10 years to pay off half of that price drop. And that's not a bad thing at all, because if you look at the average time in a home nationally, it's 7 years. So people stay in their home for 7 years and then they sell it. So in 7 years, you won't even have paid half of that $50,000 savings back in interest. So it's still a good investment. So hopefully that kind of clears up some of the biggest concerns about selling and buying homes right now. If you have any questions or piqued your interest in any way, please message us, call us, email us, carrier pigeon, however you want to get a hold of us. Let us know. We'd love to talk to you and chat with you about it and see if we can help you.